So I'm going to show you, not that this particular piece needs it, but I'm going to show you what I do for my wall cracks. And once again, I'm not saying this is the professional way to do it, but it works for me. And I think if someone has a really big crack, that this is a really good way to help fill in the crack and get some mixture really deep to help bond things together. So I'm using my impact driver here. I have a bit, 5/8 as far as measurement, and I'm going to drill a hole into this, and it's going to go at an angle so that when I put my mix in it, it wants to stay in there and not just flow outward. Okay, when it starts clicking, that tells me that it's pretty hard down there, so that's a good thing. So that's pretty much when I stop. So I'm pulling some of the dust out, the dirt and different things. And what I like to do is use a water hose to just dampen what I'm working with, because I feel it helps create a better adhesion. Okay, get some water in there real good. Now, I have this mix here that I have in a plastic bag. I have a tube, which I believe was from the plumbing department, and inside it's held together with, I'm not sure the correct word, but it's a tightening device that has a ring on it, and you turn the screw bolt and it tightens up. And then I have a piece of Gorilla Tape plastic around it, all on the inside. I stuck it through a Ziploc bag and cut a little hole in the tip so that it grips really good. Basically, it's the same idea as using a plastic bag at home for cake decorating. But you would take it and squeeze out the air, give it a little twist, all right? And if it gets stuck, you kind of have to tap it on probably the wall or the solid surface, because it can get clogged up with a little leaf or something. So I'm going to put that in there. Get some water. That's good though. That means it's way down in there. All right. And I see it moving in the tube. That's good. That means it's flowing well. And pull it out just a little bit at a time. All right. There we go. All right. Now that's a mix of a third of the masonry sand and the regular clay that I have. That's the mix that seems to work right now. I also have a mix in this bucket that is a Cob mix of the same ratios, yet it has maybe 1-inch pieces of straw that I cut up with a pair of scissors. So right here I wet the wall, and I have a little bit of mix here, and I'm going to put this in here. I just think the straw helps it kind of all bond together, hold together. I'm not a professional, but I just feel that right now this might be a good bonding agent. And let's see, I like to push it in there so it'll go in really well. And I'm not too concerned about it not being perfectly smooth, because I have this masonry block right here, and you can get them at Home Depot and Lowe's, and it's big rectangle with a nice handle on it, easier to use. But this piece I happen to have, and we're going to look at this dry piece right here. It's a previous repair that I had made, and I'm going to show you how this part works. And there, once again, there may be a better method, but this works for me. It works pretty good too. Let's see. And they have different grits, just like sandpaper. That's all it is a big stone, you know, that acts like sandpaper. All right, so that looks pretty good to me. Let's walk around just a little bit, and let's do some more of these. So I have this mark here. I'm going to smooth that out just a little bit. Just leaving a little bit of a divot, but that's okay. And it's that easy. So it leaves behind a lot of sand and grit. But see, something this does also is it prepares a nice surface for whenever I am ready to put my plaster. That way I don't have all these, you know, really hard pieces that I have to deal with. So, looking at some of the repair spots that we did, and I just wanted to make sure that I pointed out that you don't have to do this method for these really small cracks. However, we had some larger cracks that were developing, and I thought that this was the best method as far as using the drill to fill in and make things bond together, stay strong, fill in the gaps, and for it to be done correctly, to get the mix in there as deep as we could go. So no, I don't suggest doing that, but at the same time, if you need your mix to go pretty deep, that might be the best option that you have, because it is very important to fill in the cracks so they don't continue.